Hi, Hillary Lockhart here over at Real Estate Brokers of Alaska. Welcome to my 10 steps to what happens next. If you're listening to this video, that means that you're a first-time home buyer, and congratulations. This is going to be so exciting. I still remember buying my first home and there's nothing like it. It's almost like having a first baby. So what I want to do is over the next couple weeks is let you know what happens step to step. Now that you've decided to buy a home and you have registered on a site to start your research and look for homes and start comparing prices and areas, the very first step before you actually can view a home is to get a pre-qualification letter. A pre-qualification letter comes from any lender of your choice. If you have any questions on what's the difference between a bank and a broker, please stay tuned to that video that will be coming up shortly. Now, the pre-qualification letter, the lender looks through all of your finances. Generally, it's the last 2 years' tax returns, your last 2 months' bank statements, as well as your last 2 pay stubs. This is going to give the lender a good indication on your affordability index. Now, once you give all of that information to the lender, you have 30 days to shop lenders without it hurting your credit. A lot of people will say, well, I don't want to ding my credit because I'm trying to buy a house. It is one of those things that you are going to eventually have to ding your credit in order to get that pre-qualification letter. Now, a lender, if you're in the very, very beginning stages, can do something called a soft credit pull. That way they can look at your credit and tell you some things that you need to clean up if you're on the fence and not quite sure what your credit score is or on whether you are able to buy or not. Now, once you get this pre-qualification letter, you're going to give this to your real estate professional of choice, hopefully me, and that will allow the real estate professional to know which bracket to search in. The worst thing ever is to look at a house that is more expensive than what you can afford and be really let down. So it is very important to get focused on the right price point for you and your family. Now, a lot of times people will come to me and they'll say, oh, I want a $350,000 house. And then I'll ask them, what do you want your monthly payment to be? What do you currently pay for rent? And the reason that I think this is so important is because most people don't understand what the payment on a $350,000 house is. Sometimes when I ask them that question, they'll say they want a $350,000 house, but they only want to pay $1,300 a month. Well, guess what, you guys? Taxes are very high in Alaska, very high, very common to be $500 a month just in property taxes. And that's also assuming that there's no HOA fees. And then, of course, you also have all of your homeowner's insurance within your mortgage as well. So it's very important to figure out what you can financially, comfortably pay per month without being house poor. So even if the lender qualifies you for a higher amount, it's important that you communicate what your monthly comfortability level is at. That way you don't end up getting into a position where you are house poor. So again, what is a pre-qualification letter? It is a letter from your bank of choice or broker that determines the amount of money that the bank or broker will loan you. And that is what you're going to use when you start searching for a home, when you want to actually start viewing the insides of homes. Thank you so much. And as always, if you have any questions, give me a call, 907-274-0000.